It's a really good one to start with if you're just getting into barbecue. Just a huge amount of juice. And there you have it, pulled chuck roast. Okay, so we'll be cooking a 2-kilo piece of beef chuck. Now this is probably one of my favourite cuts of beef to smoke. So we're just going to trim this up. This is all about getting as much flavour from those rubs into the meat as possible. We're going to be using Rum and Q Intensify. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with the blackout. So we want to get really good texture on the outside of that with these rubs that we're putting on. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes actually, so 5 minutes longer than we originally said. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this. So we want that smoke flow coming directly over that meat as aerodynamic as possible. So we'll just leave that there. We're going to get some wood into that firebox. So today we're going to use Charmate oak wood chunks. We're going to run it at about 350, so this is a fairly quick cook. So you can see our offset's running perfectly at 350 here. Quick look at the meat while we're here. Already that's starting to dry out in parts. We'll come back to those in about 2 hours. Okay, so we're about 1 hour and 20 in, and I just wanted to show you how these proteins were looking. So we're just going to give it a very light spritz. Almost at the point where we're going to wrap our beef. The bark's looking really good. Prepped for the wrap. Hot water, bit of beef stock, bit of Rum and Q Intensifier. Okay, so again, if we have a look at this beef, that bark is completely set on the outside of the meat. You can see it's formed a really nice crust. So that's now ready to wrap. So that's looking great, I'm sure you'll agree. Again, just going to wrap this real tight. Going to do a little bit of topping up of some fuel. We are exactly 6 hours, 15 minutes into this cook. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull this meat out and put it on the bench. Just going to check how that's looking. Again, a bit of a jiggle, which is always a good sign. And our temperature is 209, which is perfect, and that is feeling very soft. I'm just going to leave this foil crack slightly so I can just let some of that heat and steam off and stop the cook. And we'll give it about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll cover those up and then we'll put a beach towel on them and basically rest those for about half an hour. Okay, so we've been resting our beef chuck for about 40 minutes under the towel, so we're going to open that up now. We're just going to do sort of 2-ish centimetre thick slices. Just a huge amount of juice. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to pull this back in our juice. And there you have it, pulled chuck roast on the Charmate Grady offset. It's a really good one to start with if you're just getting into barbecue, so give that one a go.